The people are talking about people. The love over hate, the good over evil. If they gon' talk, might as well give them a reason to. PK and the Prof kicking off with a season 2. Sometimes you don't look for love, you let it find you. I pray someday you find somebody to align to. The naysayers don't count, they never mind you. So be fruitful and multiply all the times that mind you. What's in the past is the
Hey babe, you know what we didn't talk about? As Pecan Prof, we didn't say about it. We didn't talk about the love we shared before you and I were here and not there. But we do have kids that should hear the thing. They should know that they are loved, and they have been, and we had kings and queens. So let's just talk about that. For 1 minute, let's talk about the love we shared.
Thank you, baby. That's lovely. You be spitting like a mug out here. Prof, welcome to season 2. Just want to thank the subscribers. Continue to like, share, subscribe. We are in season 2. And you hear what Boo said about how we will be talking about this episode, the love we shared. But again, subscribe, like, share. We're the PK and the Prof.
And the Prof. So what you think about the love we shared? Do you want to start, or should I? Should I tell the people? I can start the story.
I got stuff to say. I got something to talk about.
I'm certain that you do. But can you start the story?
It was a beautiful story. I'm going back to Namibia because I had a interest in some things. I left a beautiful woman that I had disengaged with at that moment. Came back here after a year being abroad and thought I can make it with what I have, and so I went back, sold some clothes. Shout out to brother Sam Adewumi. Sold some books. Shout out to brother Kwame Alexander, who gave me books and things to put on the street to sell, to make a living in Namibia. In 92.
That's not the question, man.
It is.
It's sort of not, because you're sort of giving me too long the story.
Okay, I'll make it brief. But I met her selling those things. And so I met what would be my first wife selling those books on the street. And so then, next thing you know, we were building productions, university life, doing things, working together, sprouting forth business, sprouting forth children, moving. And so moving from one continent where the son was born to this continent where the daughter was born, and so began to sprout a life. And so for me, that was a beautiful story. That was, for as long as it was a beautiful story. And it went 20, as you well know.
It was a beautiful story for 20 years.
I mean, for 20, I mean, you know, what, I mean.
You said it went for 20, so
went for
you
20.
Just told this story. So I'm looking for the whole.
The beautiful story may have been 19 years and some change, but the other.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I mean, from my perspective.
That's nice.
I mean, but the point is, there were days, they weren't years of shit. There were days, and so those days begin to string out to sometimes some days and weeks. And so, yeah, that's me. But you might have a different story.
I definitely have a different story than your story. I have to do comment on this story that I find, as I have been married to you for the last 10, and I've known you for the last 12. I never heard that much sunshine and glory to the story. But that's okay. If that's how you're going to tell it, that's fine. Because I don't find that to be true. I'm getting ready to tell my shit and how
tell
it
your
really
story,
is.
But also,
right.
you can
I know you
for
can
free.
tell yours, and you can, it's fine. But let's give them something to talk about. Let's sort of tell the truth and shame the devil about things. I'm just saying. I'm PK. And my story for the love we shared, I was married for 25 years. I'm a widow. Right. Dude just dropped dead in the shower. He just, that's just what happened. And that was the reality of how it happened. It was one day, he's here, next hours, he's not. We had 3 children. We had 3. We raised them. We did their things, the things that we do as parents. We did our very best. We did. Now, here is the catch to the 22. When he passed away from this land, we got married. Let me begin with that. We got married at 22 and 25 out of university. So we were just young kids for 25 years. And we decided and we made choices very quickly and very immediately. We grew business, we raised children, and then he died. And so then it became PK needs to do the thing. And I know that I didn't do it perfectly, just as I know that it's really nice as my husband's sounded. It's not so perfect raising kids. But we're just gonna say, try your best, do your best, honor what you can, and hold on to what you can. For, sometimes the plan and the purpose and then the love we share sometimes conflicts. But let's always have no regrets, no retreats, and no return.
We're not done.
They count us down.
No, that was that was just 5 minutes. We still got.
What you got?
5 seconds. No, I want to go back because you asked me a question because we still have time to get into this.
What is the conversation? What's the question?
Well, you asked me, was it beautiful all those 20 years? And I said, no, for 19 and some change, it wasn't. So how would you answer the question about that for your 25? Was yours 25 all?
Hell no. You know what I would tell you?
Please.
I would tell you for the...
We get ready to start that.
No, it was not. I never even proclaimed that. I realized probably 15 years in, that this is just going to be a manageable situation because I made choices in my life. That's what girls that are trying to get married and do these things and see these men in this particular way, they need to know how that shit unveils itself. It's like the onion that we peel layers from and we peel layers from and we peel layers from. That layer that you may get to, you may not like.
So
and finally, after...
For young people you're talking about?
Yes, I'm saying young people. I'm saying be very careful. Be very specific.
About their intentions?
Yes. Tell people I'm a cat girl, not a dog girl. I understand this mode of thinking. I don't understand this mode of thinking. I want you to help me understand this because there's no happiness for others to make for you. It's for you to be happy for oneself.
Baby, there's a lot of cats out there and a lot of different types of dogs. So I think, we want to be a bit more, give more to that. But I know what you're saying about cat and dog. I know the premise of that, knowing sort of what people are made of. But there's a lot of different types of cats and a lot of different types of dogs. I also want to come back to the love we share because that's what this theme is. This is what this topic is in season 2. And so there was love. I mean, one of the things we want to make sure that was clear was that
I love A&E 3.
Yeah,
that's
man.
who they're called. Those are my 3 daughters,
Hops,
and I'm not giving no names because they would just want to kick my ass.
Yeah,
right.
And I got the H's.
But I love those girls, and that's all I have.
Yeah,
and that's all I've always.
That's
had.
the message
that's what I've always done. And they came from love.
You can see it. You can see it.
They did. We loved their. But
are you talking about you and
me and Randy and him and his wife?
Well, yeah, absolutely.
No, and they should know that.
Yeah.
They should know that just because we love each other doesn't mean we didn't love your people. So I'm not sure sort of what to say about that because it's a little touchy sometimes because y'all should let your own in because people don't know about lighting their own fire.
It should be a little touchy.
No, they should light their own fire. I was just making a joke. Nobody got it. Okay, thanks.
I lost it. I don't even know what that was.
Okay.
Check.
Yeah,
1, 2.
so it's all
Nice.
to be like understanding, because it circles back to plan and purpose, because our kids are part of the plan and they're part of the promise. But then we just neglect the promise and leave the kids, and it's nobody's fault. That is my favorite quote. It's nobody's fault.
Yeah.
Nobody's fault. Every time people get divorced and they tell me we're divorced, I'm like, okay, why? Why are you divorced? I mean, what did they do so bad?
People grow out. People grow out, or they realize, like you said, 15 years in, like, wait. And so, like when I say that 19 some change, I don't know, those 300, however many 200 days that weren't good, they were spread out over multiple times, over multiple years. It wasn't like just in year 19 shit went haywire. You know, there were moments. And so you don't know when those moments turn to other moments, and people grow out. And we should be able to grow out in a way in which we leave a basic love we shared foundation, like we have already done, to our own children, to know that they were loved. And that's what we're about. Because we're the PK and the Prof, and we know how to extend to them. And also what we set as a foundation when we came together with them.
We will always give them no regrets,
no retreats,
and no return. What is it?
My full circle is coming back here.
Right. Okay.
And making our connections and rebuilding.
Okay.
Yeah.
So talk about it.
No. I'm making a connection. I'm getting ready to hand off to you to make those connections.
No, you talk about then you do the preface to it, because I don't know. We're still talking about the love we shared. So we have to talk about the people we loved. Because that's an essential thing. Because love we shared is talking about our kids, but the people that we loved, and the names that we'll give to them, as I will give mine, RDE, I'll just use his initials, right? I met him at a very young age, from university at 20 something years old. I worked for him. I thought he was like the greatest guy ever in the world. Like, I remember when my dad married us, he said, I remember when my daughter thought I was the greatest guy, and now she thinks this dude's the greatest guy. So I remember that. But sometimes plans change, right? And it's the same promise, just the plan changed. The plan changed when people make choices, because sometimes personality takes over the promise.
Yeah.
And I think that and I have to speak to this very much out loud, allowance of mental illness, and don't take that in the wrong connotation. Just everybody understands that everybody should have someone to talk to.
Yeah.
Right? And he didn't. He's an entrepreneur. He spent his time working for his family. That was what his life was. But at some point, I got cut out of that. Because, and I did all the things, and maybe not all the things, and I would be very exaggerative, but I did enough of the things to make it be a union. I'm a preacher's kid. I know how to leave my mother and my father and cleave to my husband. I know how to make a house. I know how to make a family. But at some point, to your good to my bad, it wasn't enough for him. And so then he decided that he wanted to be there's not a little bit to abuse, or a little bit to hitting, or a little bit to a misunderstanding. It's what he decided. And so the time he decided to put hands decided you broke the promise.
Oof. Oof. Let me start like you did, with the image couple things. One, how deep we are learning about family, and then also the image of the sort of initial union of love and what that sort of brings. I'll start with the latter, which is the initial. And for me, going back to the continent, and I remember the first time I saw her across a table setting up a reception, I was like, who is that sister? And I was freestyling. I had a small place, maybe share with another brother, selling books, whatever. But then I was like, whoa. And then, like, you know, again, from union at that point to sort of thinking, okay, wait, we can make some things happen. Who is this woman from this place in this continent, has this transatlantic personality, speaks these languages? Who is this? And so, yeah, that was fun growing, and that love was amazing. Again, birthed the two beautiful ones. Something happens when plans and promises begin to change. And so I'll go back to the first point, which is we learn about people not just by themselves, but through the family that they have and the family that they've come from and the love that they have shared themselves. Because for me, I'm growing up single parent, mom's still here, thankfully, recently 80th. Like, I'm this kid, they call them latchkey kids. You go home, there's no one home. I learned growing up that was the way of living. Early, out of school, out of the house from 13, as you know, 14 going to school. So just about to the love we share, like back to the image of the things we saw, from the love that we saw growing up. Like, I didn't see love between a mother and a father growing up, but she shared enough love to me that I was to share the love. And so, yes, I was absolutely welcome to the love of the possibility of sharing a households together, because I didn't have that image growing up. Those weren't my images. And so for me, that was building those family then, and now has become that in terms of how we are now. And so that's a bit of that.
I'm a little bit confused.
So
okay.
All the way to we figure out
I'm like confused. I don't know. I don't even know what you said, because what I keep hearing you do is gloss over you just make everything so pretty. Was it just that pretty?
Which part?
Because I'm just all of it.
Which part?
And because here's the thing,
Which
it
part?
ended in divorce. So there was something that wasn't that pretty, but all I hear is pretty, kitten litter.
I moved off that.
And coins.
I moved off that.
No, we're talking about this.
Yeah,
this is why are you moving off? This is what we're talking about.
Oh, so like, to your point, you realize you said 15 years in. I don't know what years what year I was in of the 20, that you realize that things are having some cracks in it. But you don't realize what, at least for a nigga like me, I didn't realize what the cracks were in no dam, and until that damn levee broke. And that was clearer when the levee broke. Oh, well then, that's a different story. Because the love we share is the love we shared, past tense.
Okay, I'm gonna live with that, because I bled my soul, but you are still so ambiguous on some shit, Rodney. But I'm gonna leave that shit. I'm gonna leave you on all of you won't break down shit. You won't say the real shit. You will not tell the real story.
What are you referring to, my
No,
love?
man, no. I got it. This is what the camera should see.
No.
Yes, it is.
No.
It is exactly what you want them to know. That's right.
Where you going?
I gotta.
You gotta what? Wait,
Okay.
Wait.
So I'm not going to go anywhere.
No, we're not
I
done.
just know. No, we are, because that's all you got. That's all you are willing to give. That's period. And we can move on to the next thing.
No, we're not. We're
So
still in
we
the
will
season.
say-
The love we shared.
No, we're not.
The love we
there.
shared.
I'm done sharing my love.
Did you any more love from
I
your
don't
side?
have
Any more
any
love from
more.
that side that you want to share on your good
No,
side?
I don't.
Because
I
that's
feel like you faked your love share out. That's what I feel like.
to her.
To anything. I don't know. I I've never heard those words. I've
Which?
never heard any of those words.
Which?
I never.
Which?
This great endearment to this woman. I've never heard that.
I mean, I had that.
Oh, then you should have said that, but you didn't ever say that. You just didn't say anything.
It's the love we shared.
You
That's
just
what
didn't
we
say
said.
anything.
That's what we said. The love we shared. So
I
there's the
got
love we
it.
shared.
I'm 12 years in and I didn't know shit. Boom. No regrets.
No retreats.
10
And
year
no
anniversary?
returns.
10 years. Right?
10 years.
Okay.
Dating them 12. Yeah, we're 10. Yeah.
Oh, did we return, retreat, and regret?
Yeah, we done. Aren't we cut? Oh,
You know, no return.
Oh, we need another one.
okay.
Mm.
People are talking.
I don't want to bore you with this. Oh, but I loved you. Boy, I love you.
You love boy. Right.
Make up what myself.
Where's my shit? Where's my shit?
OGs that let their love shine through. The downs, the highs, the lows, the joys, the pains, the friends, the foes, the patience, the grace, the chemistry, the trust, the realization that all we got is us. So let's give them something to talk about. Let them know what it's all about. Saying, let's give them something to talk about.
Brings the smells and sounds of the morning, a crisp bacon, a fresh pot, a song from the heart, some loving. Lord, lift me up. Kumbaya, my Lord, kumbaya. A morning prayer, a consulting word, a remainder and a reminder to be heard.
There's some real OGs that let their love shine through. The downs, the highs, the lows, the joys, the pains, the friends, the foes, the patience, the grace, the chemistry, the trust, the realization that all we got is us. So let's give them something to talk about. Let them know what it's all about. Saying, let's